and some new faces again. Yeah. And it's slowly, especially to us, a few of us who joined during COVID time, we are getting a taste of how the vibe of Dubai Toastmasters Club used to be before COVID. No, we are slowly getting back to that flow, which is very exciting. And just for the benefit of guests, I would explain the mission of Dubai Toastmasters Club. So before that, can I request all of you to do just one thing? I had a small activity plan, but since we are already a bit delayed to start the meeting, I'm skipping that part. Can I just request you all to just stand up? Okay. I want all of you to say your names loud and laugh and clap. Can you all do that?
Can you demonstrate?
Rashmi. Can you all do that? Awesome. And those who have joined online, please mute yourselves and do it at home. Since we don't, can we actually make them do it?
Yes,
can we
of
all?
Course, they have to.
Yeah. So those who have joined online, I'm not able to see everyone's faces here. But Misha, are they on mute? You can all unmute yourselves and do it. Say your name out loud, laugh and clap. Come on. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
My name is
Where is the laugh? I'm not taking it laugh. It has to be loud. Apparently,
it is traveling from there.
Apparently, there is no laugh, but we are noting down who all have joined and not laughed, and we'll make them pay a penalty. Yeah, Devi? Yeah, of course. So yeah, coming back to the flow, Dubai Toastmasters Club for the past more than 25 years have ensured one mission, that is to empower its members by making them better communicators, better leaders, thereby becoming a better personalities, gaining greater self-confidence. So whoever have come here and joined online, if you have many questions, obviously freshers, guests might have such questions, you can be rest assured that you are at the perfect place where you can be rest assured that there will only be positive learning. The reason is Dubai Toastmasters Club, following Toastmasters International Club, work based on 4 values of Toastmasters International, which is, can anyone support me? Respect, yes. Integrity, yes. Service. Excellence, yes. These are the 4 values that we behold, and based on that, we only learn together, support each other, and grow together. So having said that, we do have taboo topics on which we don't speak about. So I request all of you to refrain from talking on these 3 topics, which is politics, sex, and religion. Other than that, those who have joined online, I have a request that you please mute yourselves throughout the meeting, and you can choose to keep your video on. But if you're doing so, please make sure that your movements are not distracting others in the room. That's it. Those who are driving, please do disconnect and join back when it is safe to do so. Having said that, there are no hard and fast rules. If, as you have noticed, we are recording this video. If in any case, some of you are not interested to get your audio or video featured online, because we'll be posting it on our social media platforms, please write to us on Dubai Toastmasters 7492@gmail.com. I'll be posting that in the chat very soon, so you can write to us in that email ID. Having said that, let's start. I urge you, all of you, to grab every opportunity that come your way to speak. We have an exciting lineup of speakers for the day, so I'm not delaying. Anyways, we are delayed for 15 minutes now, so let's start as soon as possible. Let me hand over the control to the captain of the ship, our ever enthusiastic pillar of support, President of Dubai Toastmasters Club, TM Sagar Khurana.
You are sharing word of the day. Word of the day.
Everyone, can you hear me, right? Hello. Hello.
One in the ground,
No.
we have the timer, that's all.
Okay.
So you have to check.
So now,
Or, yeah,
good evening, everyone. Thank you, our Sergeant Arm, Toastmaster Rashmi, for the wonderful introduction and a warm welcome. Having hybrid meetings is one of the toughest challenge, and we are proud to say that we are doing it very successfully. Just we are having 5 or 10 minutes up and down, and that we will sort it out. Thanks to our technical team for always helping us. I would like to welcome all DTC members, all guests present here to our meeting number 700 first. I officially declare the meeting to be open. Here was a short boy. He went to the medical store. He wanted to call someone. As he was short, he was not able to call because the height of that booth was very high. So he saw a cartoon lying there, and he went there. He took up the cartoon,
I sent it
he
to
stood up on
somebody
that
in the laptop.
and dialed the number he wanted to call. And from somewhere, this shopkeeper was watching him and was very keen to listen to his conversations. The short guy called,
Downwards.
and from other side, the lady answered, "Yes, good afternoon." Then this boy told, "I'm looking for a job to cut your lawns. I'm very good in it." The lady replied and said, "Thank you so much, but I have already someone who is doing a very good job. I don't need it. Thank you." Then he said, "I can do all your cuttings, everything. I will make one of the best beautiful gardens in your neighborhood, only in half salary what you are paying to him." Then she said, "Wow, thank you so much for your offer. But still, I'm very happy with my employee. Thank you." Then he said, "I will do everything. I will mop, clean. I will do kitchen work." Then again she replied, "Thank you so much. I don't need it. Thank you." So this boy cut the call and was very happy. And same time, the shopkeeper was watching him. He came to him and said, "I know how you are feeling right now. I know you wanted a job, but you did not get it. It's okay. I will help you. I will offer you a job as you have a very positive attitude not for give up." So this guy said, "I don't want any job. I'm happy." And said, "Just now you were paying for that job, and now you are saying you don't want that job. What happened?" Then he said, "I was the only one who is doing her job. I just called her to check my performance. I'm doing good or not, where I'm standing. And I'm very proud to say she is happy with that guy, that is me. So I don't need any job." Guys, it's very difficult and it's very, challenging to check where you are standing right now. So always check your performance wherever you are, in which industry you are. Same like in Toastmasters, whenever we are doing any role, starting from president to speaking role to grammarian role, someone is there to give you feedback all the time. So it's always better for us to take that feedback in a positive way and to improve ourselves as a Toastmaster. Thank you. Now I would like to acknowledge our dignitaries present today, starting from DT MVP Menon, Toastmaster Adil Kadri, Toastmaster Bosco, And if I can see anyone online, welcome all. And welcome all our guests present today. Let's hear some of our guests present today. Can you come on the stage one by one? And can we have some brief intro about you? Let's start from you.
Because it is online, we want you to come to the stage.
My name is Shiju Matthew. I'm coming from Algisais. I'm working in Oud Mehta as an accountant.
It's your choice if you want to remove the mask. It's your choice. Okay, it's not mandatory from us. Any other guest?
Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Johnson. I came from Dubai. I'm working in DAP1 as an account assistant. Thank you.
Welcome. Can we have?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lakshman Kokitkar. I am from India, Mumbai, and I am working in Dubai Maritime City. Today is the second session I am attending. Thank you, everyone.
Can we have some guests from online? Pratiksha, Rohit, anyone? Melora?
Yeah, I can go. My name is Soham, and I'm in touch with Sagar for a few couple of weeks now. And about myself, I'm in Dubai for the last 7 years. And currently I'm working as a marketing manager in Thales, and I'm into cybersecurity. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, Soham, on the board. Anyone else?
I can go next, I guess.
Yes.
Or Rohit. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. My name is Pratiksha, and I am working as an HR data analyst. And I came to know about Toastmasters through the Meetup application. And yeah, happy to be here. Thank you.
Welcome, Pratiksha. Any other guest? I would like to request all other guests to they can have their introduction in the chat box. Our XCOM team will be in touch with you. Now, let's have welcome the guy.
Yeah, he wants to speak. I think. There is one person.
Yes, Nabe.
Yeah, hi, hello. Myself, Nabi Osman. I am currently in Abu Dhabi, working as a marketing specialist here. So, like, I have been in touch with the Toastmasters in Abu Dhabi in Kafat Toastmasters, and I was also a past Toastmaster in Arabian Stallions Toastmasters in Riyadh. I just saw your particular online meeting in the Meetup application, and I'm very happy to be here, and hope I'll enjoy as everyone does. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Nabe. Thank you so much. For the benefit of guests, let's have a small introduction about Toastmasters, and we will be having an induction and orientation ceremony. So we will discuss about in details after the meeting also. So anyone wants to stay after the meeting, we will be having a orientation ceremony also with that. So let's start. Dubai Toastmasters Club. It's a non-profit organization started on 22nd of October 1924, almost 97 years now. Their headquarters are in Colorado, USA. And you can see the magic man, Dr. Earl Smetley, who started the Toastmasters. We have more than 3,000 plus members in 149 countries. If we talk about UAE, we have 150 plus members, more than 3,000 plus only in UAE. Their headquarters are in Colorado. Our CEO of Toastmaster is Daniel Rex, and international president is DTM Margaret. Our international leaders are International President DTM Margaret, Shahbaz Ali Shah, Region 11 Director, Gurvinder Singh Poon, DTM of District Director 105, DTM Ajita C1, Division B Director, Area Director, Toastmaster Anita, and myself present, Dubai Toastmasters Club, Sagar. We have, this is our current excom of Dubai Toastmasters. Very good to see. Most of our excoms are always present in the meeting and supporting. Starting from myself, Sagar, VP Education, Toastmaster Devi, Toastmaster Noora, our VP Membership, Toastmaster Nisha, VP Public Relationship, Toastmaster Tiza, our Treasurer, Toastmaster Sabil, Secretary, and Toastmaster Rashmi Nair as Sergeant Arms. We have education program set up by Toastmaster International. We have 11 pathways which help everyone to become more confident, a better leader, a better communicator, and a lot of things are there which we cannot put in all the slides. You can see some of the benefits already, like enjoying unlimited personal growth. If we talk about our Dubai Toastmasters Club, we chartered 1996, almost completed 26, on the way of completing 26 years. We have members, currently members, we have 61, and we have members who have joined 20 years back and who have joined recently this month also. So we are proud to have one of the best and big clubs in Dubai in Northern Emirates of UAE. Currently, we are having membership fees of 750 dirham for 1 year and 450 dirham for 6 months. If you are looking for membership and to want to become a member of this prestigious clubs, you can contact our VP membership, Toastmaster Noora. These are our some, you can say enjoyable moments of DTC we had in the past few years. So let's sit together and enjoy the learning in a, how you say, in an enjoyable manner. One of the best platforms to improve your communications. Every meeting, we have a Toastmaster of the day. Every meeting, we have a theme. So before starting our meeting further, I would like to introduce a guy. I don't know why they put slow guy, but he's the fast moving of our Dubai Toastmasters Club. A very big list. Past president of Dubai Toastmasters Club, current area director, professional graphic designer, ex-VP PR, ex-VP education of DTC, so many leadership roles. And the best part I like about him is the humor. He is one of the champions of humorous speech. So let's give a big round of applause to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bosco.
I have. Come on, continue the applause. We have been waiting to hear this for a very, very long time, isn't it? Yes. Thank you, President Toastmaster Sagar, for those kind words. And it's an honor and privilege always to be present at a Dubai Toastmasters Club meeting. Before I proceed, can I ask the online people whether they can hear me loud and clear? Can someone unmute and reply?
Yes,
Thank you for that.
Yes.
And you are giving it with special effects with the echo. Thank you so much. Now, for the benefit of the guests, we have quite a few guests here. Every Toastmaster meeting has a theme. And why we are doing it, there is a fixed format for the meeting. And every time when we follow a fixed format, the meeting gets bored. So that is the reason we have a theme every meeting, which makes it more interesting. And also we learn something new, we explore together. and also have some fun in the process. Also, today's theme is little bit connected to the theme, why we have themes in Toastmasters. With that, let me welcome all of you, dear Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Some good evening back. Okay, so the theme of today is time loop. Of course, some of you would have already Googled and found out, or some would have already known what is time loop. Anyone who knows what is what time loop is? Someone? Oh, great. For the people who like to know, let me give you an example. And Saleh, you can tell me whether that is the same. Suppose this meeting is over and you go back home, you have dinner and you go to sleep. Next day morning, tomorrow morning, alarm goes off and you all wake up at the same time. To your surprise, you see the calendar, that is February 28, Monday. Won't you be surprised? What is happening? We finished the day and it should be March 1st. And why is it February 28? Isn't it? So you go to your breakfast table, you see the same breakfast. You drive to your office, you see the same people cut across, and you're wondering what is happening. Our VP Education sends a message, reminder for the meeting. You think, why is she sending again? And again, the Toastmaster of the day sends you messages. Please respond. What is happening? And you can come back here to the meeting. So, what happened? You are all stuck in a particular day. This is time loop. In reality, can this happen? Anyone? Scientists have tried to find out if this is possible, seriously. And they found out that it is not really possible, but this has been a very good plot for the fictions and movies. It is a very popular plot device. I came across this concept when I watched the movie Groundhog Day, which was released in 1993. This is Misha. Will this work? Anyone heard about the movie Groundhog Day? Good. So I'm going to give you a lot of interesting information. And recently, there was a Tamil movie which came. The Tamil movie name was Manad. Anyone heard of Manad? I think VP Menon, you heard of Manad, right?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Just now. These two movies, this is the movie, and that is Manad. So these two movies actually ignited my interest, ultimately which became a theme for today's meeting. These characters, they get stuck in a time loop, okay? And what they do and how they come out of that time loop is the plot, is how the movie takes you and tells you how they got released from the time loop. In this meeting, let's explore that little further as we progress. We can also, for some time, imagine we are all in a time loop, okay? Probably we came for this meeting yesterday, or we are going to come for this meeting tomorrow also. Just for fun, let's imagine. there are quite a few role players who have helped in putting up this meeting together. And I had asked them some questions. I have sent them 2 questions. I'll read out to them. The first question was, at this present moment, if you're bored, what is one thing you would like to do to escape from that boredom? That is the first question. And second was, if you're stuck in a prison and if you want to claim your freedom by doing one good deed, what would the good deed be? These are the 2 questions. These are not direct questions. They don't know about it. These are just metaphorical questions. I just wanted to extract some information from them, and they all have given some beautiful replies, which I will share with you later during the meeting. Now let's dive into the meeting. Some changes are there in the agenda. One is the word master. Today's word master, oh, he joined. Well done. So no changes in the agenda. Okay, there are changes in the agenda. Okay, yes. I am demonstrating how it works. Toastmaster Sandeep Padnani was supposed to evaluate the 3rd speaker, and instead of him, Toastmaster DV will be evaluating. So that's the only change. And also, I want to thank the Zoom master, which is DV again, for putting up this meeting, the hybrid meeting, and also as a VP, putting up this meeting, putting it together. So let's all give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster DV. And we have a timer who's like going to remain silent, but will give us some reports. So I want to acknowledge the timer. Toastmaster Kesav Verma. Let's all give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Kesav Verma. Now, let's hear a new word today. And for that, I would like to introduce the word master. He will be introducing a word. He'll also tell us why there is a word of the day. And for that, we have a Toastmaster who is just 1 year in our club. And when I asked him the first question about boredom, he said he watches movies to kill the boredom. And for the next question, he said he would like to help others as much as possible. He's none other than Toastmaster Kaja. Let's all give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Kaja, who is online and doing this particular role. Toastmaster Kaja, over to you.
Good evening, Toastmasters. I'll be a word master today. I'm not able to share the screen. So the word for today is transpire, which is an old French and Latin word called transpire and transpirate. So its meaning is come to be known or be revealed, and its synonyms are come up, materialize, occur, and happen. So the examples of this word, the police sat in the cruiser and waited for a criminal act to transpire. If a majority of the council members are not present at the meeting, then a vote cannot transpire. I arrived at the concert early because I did not want to miss any unannounced events that might transpire. So does anyone want to try this word out? It's a very interesting and new word. So
yeah, anyone wants to try the word? Form a sentence using the word transpire. Online or here. Yes, Bob.
It transpired I was stuck in a time loop and I was there on the wrong day.
Good. Wow. Who else wants to go now? Anyone from online? Nothing is transpiring right at this moment. So let's move on to the next segment, which is the project speeches segment. Here our members come prepared with some speeches and they deliver it here, and we are going to listen to 3 speeches from our members. For that, I am going to call the speaker number 1. And before that, I would like to call the evaluator of speaker number 1, Toastmaster Nora, to read out the objectives of the speech. Okay, I think you should come here, or you should take the mic and speak. You can hold it and speak. No, that's the camera, no? Where is the second? Yeah, you can just hold it.
Yeah, sure.
And face. You can just hold it in your hand.
Yeah, because I'm holding this. Okay.
I'll hold it for you.
It's on, right? Yeah, perfect. Thanks. Hello, hi. I hope you guys can hear me well. So the purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. So yeah, best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nora. The speaker loves to read books, and he also wants to, stop the conflict in Ukraine, which is a very good thought, good deed, which he likes to do. And he is going to do his pathway on presentation mastery, level 1, project 3, research and presentation. The title of the, presentation mastery, level 1, project 2, evaluation and feedback, speech 1. The title of the speech is On the Duty of a Teacher to Engage in Activities at Which They Suck. Toastmaster Robert Studholme, fondly known as Bob. Welcome to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Bob, and I'm an ex-primary school teacher. That is actually meant to sound like the beginning of a 12-step recovery program, and you, Toastmasters and guests, have just missed your cue because you did not respond with "Good evening, Bob." To explain the logic of the idea which is embedded in the title of my speech, I really have to take you back to the beginning of my professional career. I began my working life as a primary school teacher. Now, all primary school teachers, all teachers of young children go through a very similar arc, which I believe secondary school teachers and university lecturers don't necessarily experience in the same way. And it begins when some small child comes up to you with a piece of their artwork, which they want to present for your approval. So of course you pick it up and you say, "That's very good," because you know you're supposed to encourage. And then, because when it comes to depicting 3D reality on the 2D medium in paint or crayon or colored pencil, the skills of 7-year-olds are a bit lacking. You probably follow up with, "What is it?" Which gives a mixed message that even a 7-year-old might well be able to pick up on. Now, later on, as you get more experienced at this, you progress and you become a better liar. I'll come back into the middle. And so you say, "That's very good. Can you tell me all about it?" And then you go through a more interesting, but perhaps longer development stage where you start looking at a lot of examples of the artwork or the writing or the general production of very young children. And you start to understand what you were lectured about on the developmental stages. Now, eventually, some 7-year-old will come up and present you with something. You look at it and say, hang on a minute, this is very good. Did you do this? It looks like something from Mrs. Johnson's class, and they're 9-year-olds. Now, anybody who's been through this with small children will know the difference between what a 7-year-old and what a 9-year-old can do is enormous. The brain is physically a bigger, more complicated organ, stacked full of more experiences and more skills. And so you will be genuinely impressed that this child has done something which is so far above what you would expect for their level. But you would still want to say, can you tell me all about it? Because 9-year-olds are not really great artists either. And this leads you eventually to an understanding about what is good, which is essential that we establish, so you'll understand what I mean by what sucks. Good is usually what teachers think they are. They've been good for 7-year-olds, good for 16-year-olds, good when they get to university if you compare them with somebody like the engineers when it comes to writing essays and assignments. Better than some, but not good. Not by the gold standard of good that we all understand. It's not good like appearing in the Olympics. It's not good like writing a massive best-selling novel. It's not good like having your artwork hang on the walls of museums. It's functioning. It's getting by. It's doing the job. It's pretty good for somebody that's not actually that good at anything, but it's not great. And this is a thing that teachers really need to realize. We need to understand and have a sense of humility about our own abilities, because teachers usually go into things that they've been good at. And because they've always been good at it, they tend not to be able to understand the kids sitting in their class who just do not get it, who have never been really that good at what they're doing, probably never will be that great at what they're doing, and are struggling to understand what the teacher feels has always been pretty easy, really. And the only way you can get to this sense of humility and this sense of empathy is by going out and finding something that you can do at which you will suck, so that you know what that feels like. Now, for me, currently, it's dancing salsa. And if you want to see somebody suck at something, you have to see me trying to lead a 6-foot-tall Russian girl through a new choreography, which really burns my brain from the inside. Sometimes it's like a knot diagram that would give Baden-Powell a blood clot on the brain. And I keep getting, no, you turn me to the inside, not to the outside. How can you turn me this way from this position? Sorry, I'll try harder next time, I promise. And then you start to realize what it's like being the kid in the back of the class who is just not really understanding any of this and feels a bit threatened by the whole procedure because they don't get it. It's not easy. They're not that good at this. And that is when you start getting your empathy and you start getting your sense of humility about, yeah, you're a little bit better than everybody else, but you're not Stephen King. You're not writing great things. You're just doing better than the kids in your class. And this, for any teacher, for any manager, for any mentor, for any leader, is the final message of this. Go forth and suck. Thank you very much.
Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Bob. Now, all of you in the table have a sheet like this. You can use this to give your feedback to Toastmaster Bob. What good things you liked about the speech, one point which he can improve, This is feedback time, 30 seconds. Timer, please tell me after 30 seconds. And then we'll move on to the next speaker. Online people, you can send the feedback through chat. Thank you, Timer. The next speaker is going to do his speech on research and presentation. His pathways, visionary communication, level 1, project 3. The title of the speech is Heavy and Slow to Light and Fast. Timing 5, 6, and 7 minutes. Timer, please note. For this, I would like to call Toastmaster Tissa, the evaluator, to read out the speech objectives. Please come here and do it.
Hello, everybody. The next speaker, Toastmaster Ati, is doing his level 1, project 3. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. All the best.
Thank you. This speaker has been in the club for almost 8 months and he loves to write, and the good deed he wants to do is to take care of orphans. And let me invite Toastmaster Abdalati Abu Asi, fondly we call him as Ati, who is going to deliver a speech online. Over to you, Toastmaster Ati. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pascal. Thank you, everyone. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Good evening, distinguished guest. Have any one of you stuck somewhere when you set goals and you put intention to achieve some ambitious goal? How many of you put that plan and it didn't work? I guess all of us, you know, and what we need to be able to progress when someone asks us or we reflect on those occasions, on all those failures in our failed goals, what we seeing that we are looking for motivation, right? To be able to do those activities. But some people say the motivation doesn't work. It doesn't last well. Well, neither does, but I think that's why we recommend it daily. So, but is the motivation the only way for us to get things done? I would like to share with you a very interesting research that's been made. I will share the screen. I will talk a little bit about it, and I will tell you and share with you my personal story about when I get stuck with lots of intention. I stuck with so many goals and objectives. I put it, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. And I am getting very excited about putting those goals, but I start with it, whether I want to lose weight, whether I want to build any habits, and it didn't happen. So till I went through a personal experience, which I will share it with you once I tell you about this study to make you light. They got 3 groups of people, and they are equal in gender, they're equal in their preferences, they're equal. I would say they give them exactly same guidance. But they ask the first group just to do work, just to put a plan or to do exercise or to do any task. And then they take the same topic or the same goals and they give it to the second group, but they add to it a slight motivation. They ask them to do quite beneficial reading about that work. So they get excited and they get encouraged. But the third group, what they ask them to do is to put intention. And I want to tell you what intention mean here. Intention is to put exactly the work with a specific date, with a specific time, duration, and place. And surprisingly, what the result, and this research is showing that the first group did 38% performance in the control of what they do, which was about exercising. The second group were only 35%, and the third group was 91%. And I want to tell you a little bit about what the intention means. And it happens to me that I want to reduce my weight. I was like 113 kg, and I put goals 9 years ago that I want to reach to my ideal weight, which is 90. Keep trying, going to gyms, go into so many diets. It didn't work. Nothing worked. Till one day, I made a very simple formula, which I want to start with a very marginal adjustment in my day. I want to walk only 5 minutes in the first day. I did it for the first week, then I increased it to 10 minutes. And then another week, I thought I want to jog a little bit, just a little bit jogging. So I start doing a very marginal adjustment every day to what I am doing. And guess what? I'm running every day 3 kilometers now, and I'm fasting 1 day a week, and I lost those bloody 13 kg. And for the first time, I crossed that stubborn number, which is 100, all right? So I have done that myself, and I was happy, and I thought that's a little achievement. I want to apply it on a bigger goals. So I start thinking about my work, about my achievement in other disciplines in my life. And I start figuring out the same way is just to start with a very specific, like what I did. I want to walk from that place to that place at 7 o'clock in the morning. I will run the next day. I start putting the same formula of intention, and it works brilliantly with me. So what I would like to advise you, do not give up, and put a very micro plan and put intention to what you do, so you will be light and fast, and never give up. Give your 100% to what you do, unless you do blood donation. Thank you so much, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ati. Let's all give him another big round of applause. Now, the third speaker is going to do a speech on research and presentation. Evaluation and feedback. The pathway is presentation mastery level 1, project 2. Divi, can you clarify? This is speech 1 or speech 2? Speech 2. Okay. He's doing a speech 2, which means he's already done his speech and he received feedback, and he is going to repeat the speech. So this is little like our theme today, the time loop theme. Okay, time loop theme is also inbuilt in the Toastmasters program, where you speak, then you take feedback, and then you repeat the speech. For this, I would like to call the evaluator of the speech, Toastmaster DV, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bosco. The purpose of Toastmaster Ova's speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his previous speech. And the purpose of this speech is for member to present any speech on any topic, receive the feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech Timing is 5 to 7 minutes. And yes, this is a time loop because when he did it the last time, I was there, not as his evaluator, but I was there in that meeting as well. So all the best, Toastmaster Oba.
The title of the speech is New Year Resolution. For this, let's all welcome Toastmaster Oluwaseun Oba Jobi. Fondly, we call him as Toastmaster Oba. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Oba.
Can everyone hear me? Awesome. Good evening, everyone here, my fellow Toastmaster and the guests are here. Have you ever made any New Year resolution that changed the course of your life completely? Anyone? Awesome. We all know, like, though it's actually close to February ending, but what we know is like 2 months ago, that's when we always come with a New Year resolution. We always say we want to do this, we want to do that. We always plan a lot of amazing things. But like every New Year resolution, we know that more than half of people that make New Year resolution do not see it to completion. Why does this happen? We know like it lacks the drive, the plan, and the actual implementation of it. This is one of the reasons why in beginning of the year, we always see like the number of gym registration goes really up, but by the time it's third week of the year, it comes down gradually. And this is one of the reasons why it's really important when you set a New Year resolution to set like a clear goal to it. I remember quite earlier this year, I asked my partner, do you have any New Year resolution? One of the things she told me was, since 2020, I stopped setting New Year resolution. The only thing I can wish for is just to make sure like the only negative news that I want is my COVID result. I will share like a New Year resolution that changed my whole life completely. I came into this country at a very young age where I was very, very agile and at the same time full of life. With this very fast country, what happened is you want to enjoy all the goodness that comes with this country. Now, by doing this, what happened is I get into bad debts, to the extent that I actually maxed up my credit card limit, even to the extent that like I've already spent my next month's salary before actually receiving it. I remembered one time that I actually drove to the petrol station and I had like only 200 dirhams with me. Now, this kept on going on for a long time. And on one New Year, I said I want to actually be debt-free. Now, this is like a clear goal. And because I knew I could achieve it, and I looked at, okay, what are like the simple ways to actually make sure like I can be debt-free? I started by researching about how can you be financially free. Now, one of the things I got to learn was something called like a 6 jars of income. So by reading about what 6 jars of income means, I was able to actually expose every income where I spend my money. And by documenting this, I was able to know, okay, from these places, I should cut my expenses. Now, apart from those researches, one of the important things that I did was to make sure like I actually pay off my debt. And before I thought it could actually take me maybe like 8 months to actually clear it off, in less than 4 months, I was able to do that. Now, by actually making all my finances, visible, what it helps me to do is that I was able to actually identify places that I need to cut and improve myself. And like I said previously, because I'm actually I was very agile that time and I was much young and I still want to have a lot of fun. One of the things I did by actually implementing the 6 jars of income was to make sure like, whereas I'm still frugal, making sure like I can save as much as possible, I still have the fun, but much more in like a limited way. Now, what happened is before the end of the year, I was actually financially free. And I think that decision is still one of the things that I still implement today. And this has actually helped me so much that it transformed my life completely and even transformed the way I actually, like manages my income. Now, this is one of the areas where I actually, improved myself. Now, this year, I always like to set goals. I always look at, okay, what are like the new resolution I could do? Now, this year, I made sure like I still want more money. I still want to have a lot of fun. I want to make sure like I can contribute, to the environment. I also want to make sure like as much as possible that I can impact, people around me. Now, this goes back to the question that I asked earlier. Have you ever made any New Year resolution, that changed the whole course of your life? Thank you.
Huge round of applause. One more for Toastmaster Oba. Now I would like to pause here for feedback. So if you have not given feedback to Toastmaster Ati who did it online, you can do it on chat. Okay, you can send it by Zoom, or someone can collect the Sergeant Arms can collect the feedback and give it to him. Also, you can give feedback to Toastmaster Oba. 30 seconds for giving the feedback. You have that sheet in front of you. You can tear it. Suggestion is normally what we tell you is to keep. You can tear all the sheets and keep it ready so it doesn't disturb the meeting in between. So, and it's fun also to keep tearing the papers. So you can do that. Yeah, and I need the timing report. No? So while they give the feedback, I would like the timer of today to give the report for the time taken by the 3 speakers. And I want to acknowledge that Toastmaster Keshava, who's doing his role as a timer, is the baby of the club. He joined very recently, not even a month, and he's taken his first role as timer. He started his journey. Big round of applause for timer Toastmaster Keshava. And he is an internet and social media savvy guy. And the good deed, what he wants to do is to sponsor education for the students. So Toastmaster Keshava, can you give the report for the 3 speakers? How much time did they take?
So the speaker 1 has taken 6 minutes, 14 seconds.
Okay.
And the speaker 2 has taken 5 minutes, 39 seconds.
Okay.
And the speaker 3 has taken 4 minutes, 26 seconds.
So only 2 speakers. The first 2 speakers are qualified for the voting. So our Zoom master will run the polls online. And you can also vote for the best speaker between Toastmaster Bob and Toastmaster Atti. And you can give your ballot sheet to the Sergeant Arms who will come now to collect from you. You can go and collect. The next segment is actually a very, very important segment in the journey of Toastmasters. Members who join Toastmasters, they undergo this ceremony, which is called the induction ceremony. This is where the new members are officially inducted into the Toastmasters Club. And this is a very sacred ceremony, I will say. It is so close to my heart. I can still remember the day when I got inducted into the club. And I am sure all the new members who are going to get inducted will feel the same way. And to conduct this ceremony, I would like to invite the VP membership of the club, Toastmaster Nora, to take over the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Nora.
Hello. So we're here today for the induction ceremony. So the induction ceremony is to introduce new members into the club and for them to take a pledge. So today we're conducting an induction ceremony for the new members. for the benefit of the guests. This is a formal ceremony to introduce the new members to the club and their journey forward with the help of their mentors. So to start with the process, may I request the new Toastmasters to come on stage as I call their names. Here. So, one sec. Armin Shokhanov, he's not here. George Lewis,
Online.
he's online, yeah, okay. Ibrahim Ahmed. Okay, Karim Isa. Is he online maybe? No?
Karim Isa.
Sorry. Kisafa Nala Paraju, right? Okay. Manish, not here. Robert and Siraj. Okay, perfect. So now let's proceed with the Toastmasters pledge. May I request the new Toastmasters to repeat after me, and don't forget to tell your name. As I say I, you say your name. So I, your name. Okay, so let's begin. Yeah, make a firm obligation to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment, to apply myself to the program outlined in the Toastmasters manuals, to participate actively in the club activities, to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner, to build open, friendly relationships with my fellow members, and to bring other new members into the club, so that they can gain the benefits of Toastmasters. Okay, so we're done with the pledge here. So now all club members will take a pledge of the club. May I request all Toastmasters to stand up? Guests, you may please remain seated. So for the club pledge, we're gonna say something and you're gonna repeat after me. We, the members of the Dubai Toastmasters Club,
Members of Dubai Toastmasters Club.
take a pledge.
Take a pledge.
To support you in your quest for self-development.
To support you in your request for self-development.
To provide you with positive, helpful evaluations.
To provide you with positive, helpful evaluation.
To maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere.
To maintain a friendly and supportive atmosphere.
To give you opportunities to help others.
Give you opportunities to help others.
And to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
And to make your Toastmasters membership rewarding and fulfilling.
Okay, so now may I request the mentors to come up on stage as I call their names and give the Toastmaster pen? Sagar, Toastmaster pen? No, there's no need.
They already assigned all the.
Yeah.
They are already assigned.
So the mentors would come up, right? No need? Group picture?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Normally mentors will go and put the pin.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nora. Let's all welcome the new members with a big round of applause. Okay, now we are moving to the interesting part, which is going to be a short break, have samosas, but no, but it's not going to be a real break. I will request all of you to go to the hall, the back side of the hall, pick up whatever stuff you'd like. We have samosas and I think chicken cutlets. We have tea, coffee. You can bring it to your tables so that we don't waste time because we are already behind schedule. Just quickly, you can go and come back and then we can restart the meeting. Come, Uba. Come. Sagar, shall we start? Okay, welcome back, Toastmasters. Welcome back, Sagar. Please come back. Rashmi, Sergeant at Arms, Tessa. Okay, I hope you are refreshed now with the samosas and the cutlets. I spoke about the timer, who's a tech-savvy guy. I want to mention another tech-savvy guy amongst us, and he is none other than Toastmaster Misha, who is, yeah, give a big round of applause. He deserves that. He is the person who's putting up the hybrid meeting and all the technical stuff which we don't know. Now, we are going to the next segment, which is called table topics. I'm talking about time loop here, and time loop is not a reality. Okay, it is like metaphorically, we are all living in a time loop. Why I'm saying that is, we do the same routine things every day. Our mind is controlled by certain things, and we unconsciously react the certain way. That is the reason we also attract sometimes the same kind of people, same kind of events, and you know how it results. Table topics is a session where we learn how to handle some unplanned events. If you are stuck in a time loop, in this session, this practice will help you to break out from that. We have a table topic master who is going to conduct the session and who is going to do it online. She is going to conduct the session from online, from the Zoom. And to introduce her, she also is a fairly new Toastmaster. She's been in the club for almost 7 months, and she likes to break the monotony by watching funny movies and laugh watching them. And she has a very interesting answer for the second question, which she says she would rather stay in the prison and enjoy every moment rather than claim freedom. Let's all put our hands together and welcome Toastmaster Mafasa, who's online.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My role for today is a topic master. The purpose of the topic master is to facilitate table topic, where guests and members will have an opportunity to practice their impromptu skill. I'll introduce a topic and I'll call on a speaker who will be given 2 minutes to speak on that subject. My first person would be our favorite VP Menon. Can I share the screen? Yes,
You
you can.
can.
Yes, you can. Okay. Yes, it's there. Okay. The question for VP Menon is, how important is consistency to succeed in life?
Professor, for the sake of the benefit of the guests, not just let them know the timing, how the time works.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes.
1.5, 2.
Yes, in 1 minute it's green, and 1 minute and 30 seconds the time master will show yellow. It's red, and you have 30-second grace period after 2 minutes.
Can I start?
Yes.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Online folks, good evening. Classroom folks, good evening. How important is consistency to succeed in life? I say it's not important. It's the most important thing. Yeah, it's not just important, it's very, 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 very important. I have been very inconsistent in certain things, and you can see the result of that. Yeah, you get results when you're consistent, no matter what, whether it is your fitness goals, whether it is your work-related goals, whether it is your educational goals. There has to be consistency if you want results. Yeah, consistency is the key for success. Now, if I want to lose weight, if I want to get fit, and I've been wanting to get fit since the last 15 years. But the only reason I am not where I want to be is because I'm not consistent. So I go to the gym once in 6 months regularly. I go for a walk once in 3 months regularly. That's not consistency. Consistency is where one of the speakers said, do maybe 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes, do it every day. Yeah, do it regularly, do it without fail. Go to the gym for 15 minutes. You don't need to be there for 6 hours, but that 15 minutes, go regularly, because when you are consistent, you get results. If you want to improve your reading, and what helped me was consistency. So I would think, oh, I have so many books, but I'm not reading it. But then I started reading just 5 pages every day. And consistently, when I read 5 pages every night before I go to sleep, I realized that I'm finishing books, which I was not finishing for many, many years. So whatever you want to do in life, believe me, if there's one thing that you can inculcate in yourself, and that's consistency. Consistency is success. Over to you.
Great, Meena. This is not. This is something that we expect from you. The extraordinary reply. For the second speaker, I would like to call upon TM Ibrahim.
There is some echo, no?
You can just pin it to your chat.
I don't know. Hold it in hand. Surprise for me.
Thank
I don't know how.
Okay, so the question.
No, online people cannot hear otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. No, just keep it in your hand. That is enough. Just keep it in your hand, and she will give you the next question.
1 minute is the green.
Okay, the second question. Can I ask the question?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, dear. So second question from Mr. Ibrahim is, TM Ibrahim is, what is the one thing you would most like to change about the current world?
Current world. It's okay. You can hear me now. Firstly, thank you so much for giving me this chance. Actually, this is my first day, and it's a big surprise for me to be first day and to be here in the theater in front of all. The most thing I'd like to change now, I need to finish this in less than 1 minute. Okay, but actually, what maybe we can see today in the TV, the war between Ukraine and Russia. What I feel that I like this to finish in short time, and I don't like this to affect on our life. So for me, I feel that tomorrow it will be dull if this will be continue like 1 or 2 years. So the only thing I would like to think about now that we need to live in peace. No need for more war. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good answer. Thank you so much for answering. So can I call upon the third speaker? Third speaker would be from our guest Christo. Is guest Christo available?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The question for you is, which one would be the worst threat to the humanity? Is it pandemic or war? And why? Why do you say that?
Hello. First of all, after writing my college time and standing in front of a big crowd, this is the first time. So the topic I will choose definitely it's war. We are seeing now what happened in Ukraine and what we are
going to see in the future is also the big threat is the war. Like we have, before I born also, there is already World War I and World War II, like that. I think most times every country is facing different type of wars, especially in my country and neighbor country like Pakistan. Most time we have different type of issues. So definitely the big pandemic threat for the human being is war. Thank you.
Thank you. The next guest is Miss Shiju. Can I call upon Shiju on the stage? Thank you, Mr. Shiju. The next question for what would be the one thing that you would implement in your company if you become the boss of your same company?
In my company. Hi.
If you become
I'm
the
Shiju.
boss, what would you the one thing?
First thing, I want to give salaries to the employees on time. That's the main thing I want to give to myself. Thank you.
You can speak for try. No problem. You can try little more. You can all your dreams you can tell.
Okay. Main thing. Currently, we are facing something. The priority is if you are giving salaries to the employees on time, then we can get more productivity from them. That's the main. If they are happy, then the company will also grow. That's the main concern if I will be the boss. Okay.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Till the green light, you can speak.
Okay. The another thing.
Okay, green light is on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. TM Modi, I would like to ask you if I can call upon another speaker or the time is
Probably
over.
like we'll wind up with this because we already started late.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have one more person from online because we didn't have online guest.
Yes. Online. Is Pratiksha online or she's in physically?
She's online.
Online. She's online. Okay. Can I call upon Pratiksha?
Hi. Yes, I'm
Hi
here.
there. Okay. So the next question is for you. Is quickly I'll ask. What can you do today that you were not capable of a year ago?
All right. I think that there's a lot actually that I can do today that I couldn't do maybe a year ago. And I think it applies to any person because we are growing every day. But one of the main things I think I would say is time management. So I think I'm more suited and more adapting to my environment because I came into a new job very recently. So it's taught me a lot on organization of time as well as better organization of my work at the same time. So I think that's one thing that I would say I have improved upon quite a bit. And I would also, that being said, it doesn't of course mean that I've reached complete satisfaction and complete, I'm at my A game for that. That's not the case. We are constantly improving. And yeah, if I had to pick out one thing, that would be it. And I wish there was a little more time, maybe a few 30 seconds or so before this so that we can, kind of bring our thoughts together. But I really like this exercise. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. And I also cannot see the light. So
If it's green, then I would stop now.
It is
Thank you
green.
so
It
much.
is green.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Mafasa, whatever you're saying, we cannot hear because it is on.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Tia Modi, for this opportunity. Thank you, Devi, also. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I think
Toastmaster Mafasa, for that wonderful table topic session. Big round of applause for Toastmaster Mafasa. And all the speakers who came here, stood and spoke, and for the online speaker. Most of them are new. So a huge round of applause for all the speakers. Let's bring on the timer again. Timer, can you please read out the report?
Mr. VP, TM VP Menon is 2 minutes 15 seconds. TM Ibrahim was like exactly at 1 minute. Guest Z is at 1 minute 5 seconds. Guest Z. Guest. And TM Sijo is 1 minute 7 seconds. And TM Pratiksha is 1 minute or 26. Guest Sijo. All are guest Sijo.
Okay,
Guest Sijo
so-
and guest Pratiksha. All
So-
have been.
Huh?
All are in line.
All are qualified. So all the speakers are qualified, and the names are Toastmaster DTM VP Menon, Toastmaster Ibrahim, guest Christo, guest Siju, and guest Pradiksha. So you can vote for the best table topic speaker. People here can give your vote to our Sagartam Toastmaster Rashmi, and online people can do it through Zoom. And for this voting, even guests can vote. Okay, normally speeches, Toastmasters only are allowed to vote. For table topics, guests also can vote. So please give your vote to our Sergeant at Arms. Before moving on, can we close the screen? Mafasa, can you stop sharing?
Want to share the screen?
Share already. Okay. One more small something I want to share about this movie. There are two movies which I want to talk about today. One is Groundhog Day, other one is the Tamil movie Manad. So in this movie, the Tamil movie, actually the movie is only 20 minutes. Okay, it's only 20 minutes and about 10 things happen in that 20 minutes. So what happens is the time loop starts, and in the second loop, the hero fixes the 9th item. Okay, he fixes the 9th item, and then again the time loop starts. This time he fixes the 8th item. Okay, so this is how the time loop goes. The movie is like repeating, and every time he goes and corrects something and then goes back to time loop, and then he keeps on doing it, and the end of the movie he corrects everything, and the result, the climax is a happy climax, or whatever which was supposed to happen had to happen. So the learning what I got from this is, your situation will keep repeating until you learn your lesson. That is by Bridget Nicole. So this is what I learned from this movie. This is what happens in our life. We come across situations which keep repeating until we get the lesson. So now, what is the lesson we got from the speeches? For that, we are going to the evaluation segment. And let me call the first evaluator Toastmaster Nora, and I would like to tell about Toastmaster Nora. 2019, June, this beautiful lady walked into the meeting room. You know, she was very shy. She was sitting in a corner and she didn't speak to anyone. And today you can see her, you know, growth. Now she is the VP membership of the club. She was the part of the PR team last year who came out with the newsletters and all that. She loves to read books, and what she wants to do for the society is she wants to become a lawyer and educate people with new mind skills. Let's put our hands together and welcome Toastmaster Nora.
Thank you. So complimented, Bosco, you're so nice. So in evaluation to our speaker one, which is Bob, he started his speech with a very strong opening, and that I am a primary teacher, and everyone was just like, what's going on? And then he was like, no, you're supposed to be like saying that if it's in a 12 weeks program, which is quite engaging, it has humor to it. I really do enjoy humor in your speeches because that makes everyone so engaged, the audience, and they feel like they could relate to it and take it in a very light manner, which is how you described it. So with it, I saw myself in the primary classroom. I saw the kids walking around. I saw you as a teacher. I saw the art pieces and them walking around, asking questions, and you talking back to them. So that gave me a very strong visualization from your speech. And I was just there with it, meaning you have a very good storytelling element to you, and it's quite conversational. So it's very, how can I explain? It's very engaging. I wouldn't say it's scripted at all, not. So you make a person live the moment. You did a lot of nice movements on the stage, which means that you're very comfortable and confident around it. And with the really good, strong body movement. And so that gave a nice theatrical entertainment to the audience. And within it, you explained how everyone has a level, and the primary kids have a level, and so is the inexperience to new skills is a level. So with the message, go forward and suck, which is very important because so we always fail, and when we fail, we get discouraged. And you sent a very strong message, which is, it's okay, you can suck, you can just enjoy the time. Things that you may work on, we know very well that you're very well established in the way you speak and everything, but I would say a bit more voice modulation, in a sense where have the highs high, have the lows lows, and keep just balancing in between them with the medium. Maybe a bit of pauses in between would also give a bit of effect. To challenge yourself, I recommend that you have a look to your speech again in the video, and just might give you a self-reflection of your performance. And maybe you'd feel like, oh, I could have done better here. No, I could have done better there, even though it's great. So I'm just saying, I really enjoyed it, and keep it up. Thank you.
One more round of applause for Toastmaster Nora. Let's invite the second evaluator, Toastmaster Tissa, who's the treasurer of our club, who likes to read and help underprivileged children's education. Toastmaster Tisha, over to you.
Good afternoon, sorry, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'm very, very, very excited to be here, especially, after this whole 2-year gap. It feels like being released from being held hostage by this big hairy monster called COVID. And especially today is a wonderful day to be here because we listened to 3 motivational speeches and frankly, all 3 were excellent. But my job today is to only evaluate Toastmaster Ati. So congratulations, Toastmaster Ati, on finishing this this project. Your speech was excellent. Trust me, you're an excellent motivational speaker. And while listening to your speech, I was sitting there and thinking, you should actually consider this as a career option. Because see, this is only level 1. By the time, if you're so good now, by the time you finish the whole pathways, you will become like, those world-class motivational speakers like Tony Robbins or someone like that. You're really good. Congratulations again. Your speech was well organized, delivered really well, and your speech was organized and true to the objective. So the objective was to do a research and present it to the audience, which was done very well. And you even had a presentation, a PPT prepared with statistics that too. That is impressive, very good. Your voice was good voice modulation. It was loud and clear. You were engaging the audience in the sense that I was looking around and everybody was so engrossed in the whole speech. It was very good. It was excellent. You included a personal story, which is very motivating for many of us in this room. And you actually, connected with the audience on that topic. It was very good. And the way that you talked, we could see the confidence and that you were very comfortable with the audience. It was good. And if I have to give a suggestion for improvement, since you're doing it online, it would be nice if you could just stand up. It'll give you space to move around and use your body language more effectively. You can also engage with the audience a little bit. And, while you're presenting on a PPT, ideally, you should mention the source from where you took the research. However, if you could just improve on these points, the speech would become way more excellent. It was really excellent now. Congratulations, and looking forward to a lot more speeches from you. Thank you.
Let's bring on the 3rd evaluator. And the 3rd evaluator is replacement for Toastmaster Sandeep, that is Toastmaster Devi. She loves to travel and she likes to feed the poor, and I really commend her for that thought. Let's put our hands together and welcome Toastmaster Devi to evaluate the 3rd speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. And firstly, let me congratulate my target speaker, Toastmaster Oba, for a very good speech today and for completing his level 1 speech 2. Congratulations, Toastmaster Oba. There's a Japanese proverb which says, vision without action is daydream, and action without vision is a nightmare. So for us, New Year resolutions are nightmares because we make a resolution and we don't follow up. There's no action after that. But what Toastmaster Oba taught us today was how to be consistent, how to have a goal, and how to follow your New Year resolution. So hats off to that, Toastmaster Oba. And it's never too late. For me, I make a resolution in January on 1st. I break it by the 10th. Then I start another one by Feb. But I've been too busy this Feb. So I think my New Year resolution is going to restart on the 1st of March, which is tomorrow. And by the way, my resolution was to save more money. My husband would be happy that way. So I will definitely Google the 6 jars of income and try to figure out how I'm going to save money. Now, coming to Oba's, a lot has transpired. Kaja, I'm using the word transpired. A lot has transpired from the last speech to now. One thing, what I saw, what was really different from the last speech to now is Oba was smiling continuously. It was a pleasure to see him smiling. Last time it was online, he was a bit serious, he was a bit nervous, but this time he was more confident. And that was a pleasure to see. And he was smiling. So that smile exuberated all his confidence. So well done to my speaker on that. I love the way he started. Very interactive by getting responses from the audience. So kudos to that. There was a very good connection between the opening, the body, and the closing. And I remember last time the feedback given was to tie the opening to the closing. And that's exactly what Toastmaster Oba did today. He asked the question in the beginning, in his opening, and as he closed, he reminded us of what he started with. So kudos to that as well for tying the opening to the closing. Now, when it came to body language, his body language was good, but I would have liked to see when he was talking about debt, if he could, show a little more sadness and, show a little more emotions. When he said that he was debt-free after following the 6 jars of income, I would have liked to see that happiness. Like, yes, finally, I was debt-free. So these few actions would be nice. And see, every good speech can become great. Like they say, good is the enemy of great. So to take this speech from good to great, Toastmaster Oba would need to exuberate a little more of emotions in his body language. Be very mindful of the timings. You have 5 to 7 minutes. Make use of that. Like Toastmaster Nora told me once, stage time is golden time. Make use of that golden time over here. You have 5 to 7 minutes. You didn't even reach 5. So make sure that you reach the end. And while you had a very good message on how to stick to your goals, to your New Year resolutions, if you had summarized it with a call to action, saying this is a call to action, do this to achieve your goals, I think that would be an icing on the top. Overall, it was a very good speech with a very good opening, body, closing, smiling, very interactive. Well done. And thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Toastmaster DV. So Toastmaster DV, tell me whether he has escaped the time loop or he is going to speak again.
I think he will take it to another loop.
Time loop. Okay. Okay, same goes for the other 2 speakers also. I hope you have learned the lesson from the positive feedback that was given. Otherwise, you will be repeating it tomorrow. So now let's bring in the timer for the report.
TM Noda, 3 minutes, 23 seconds. TM Tisa, 2 minutes, 53 seconds. TM Devi, 3 minutes, 27 seconds.
All qualified. So all the 3 evaluators are qualified. Now let's do the voting for the best speaker. This is for Toastmasters to vote. While the Sergeant at Arms is collecting the votes, let's move on to the next segment of this meeting, which is the reporting segment. We have a person who is, counting, who's an R counter, okay? And he loves to spend time with his family. He is already part of a healthcare force with the social responsibility. So let's invite Toastmaster Siraj to stage for the R counter report with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Here first, let me explain what is R counter or who is R counter. So here simply just to count or not count, that is the word or like that used during their speeches. So not only that, some filler words like but and as well as like that word, filler words inappropriately they use. So this all the things for the R counter. So let's start with our president. So president used 12 times the R And for the word master didn't use any of the or Speaker 1 also not used. And speaker 2, TM Abdati used 3 times the and speaker 3 used repeated the word actually 3-4 times inappropriately. And table topics, DTM VP Menon didn't use, and TM Ibrahim also didn't use. Christo used 5 times, and Shiju used 2 times, and Pradiksha used 3 times the R. Coming to evaluator, TM Nora used 5 times the R, and TM Disa and TM Devi didn't use any word. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you all. Over to you.
A louder applause for Toastmaster Siraj. The next report comes from the online, platform. Word Master report is going to tell us how many times the word transpired during this meeting. Toastmaster Kudup, Kaja Kudup, can you give us the Word Master report? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. There were 2 speakers, Toastmaster Rob and Toastmaster Bosco. Both of them used the word transpire once. Over to you, Toastmaster Bosco.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaja. Big round of applause for Toastmaster Kaja.
I was sleeping.
Okay, +1. Now let me this is again going into loop. Can you see so many Boscos there?
I don't know.
The next report is from Toastmaster George Lewis, who is just 4 months old in the club. He is also a social media person. He loves to spend time in social media. Good or bad, he has to decide. And he loves to open schools for the children. So commendable thought from Toastmaster George. Toastmaster George is going to give us the grammarian report online. Let's welcome Toastmaster George with a big round of applause. Toastmaster George, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And hello, everyone. I was wishing that I would be there today, but unfortunately, I couldn't make it. So hello, everyone. And today I'll be the grammarian. My role would be to share my feedback on the grammar. English is not my first language, but still I was told to correct the people and try to share my feedback. So overall, I think the president and all the speakers are very impressive in terms of their choice of words, the structure of the sentence, and they all spoke very clear. So it was very, very good. I think some opportunity. I think just to name them, I think Toastmaster Robert, Toastmaster Ati, Bob, and the president. Everything was very clear. I think some opportunity to improve is the table topics. It wasn't very clear, and some of the verb when we use she and he, there was no s, and the past tense was not there. But overall, I think it was a good session and less of a grammar mistake. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster George. Thank you. And now let's have some fun. Okay, we have been having a very serious time till now. And for that, the apt person to conduct the trivia master role, he is none other than Toastmaster Saleh. Toastmaster Saleh, welcome. And Toastmaster Saleh, we all know him. That's a fun guy. And when I asked for his response, he was the first person to respond to my questions. And I also have a gift for him, which I'm going to give it to him now. This is for you.
Oh.
Over to Toastmaster Saleh.
Good evening. Today, my role as a trivia master or the listener master. So I will be giving questions from the meetings of today, from the meeting of today. And I will be knowing who was just hearing or who was listening, because there is difference, as you know, between hearing and listening. Anybody knows what is inside the bag?
This one.
Good. Sorry. Okay, so first question, please. If anybody knows the answer, just
this is for VP Manu?
Yes.
Be polite, huh?
Yeah, people. What is the two movies names which mentioned by TMOD Bosco? Anybody can speak. Give him three together.
No, the spelling is wrong.
No, he will answer all the questions. Give him three. Word of the day.
Transpired.
Toastmaster start his job as Bob.
School teacher.
Huh? I give it. Easy question. No, not like that. Easy question. Easy question. Easy question. What is the percentages was mentioned by Toastmaster Ati for that three groups?
38%, 92%. Wow.
My God.
Saleh, online people also can answer.
Sure.
Can answer.
Yeah.
Can you change it to gallery?
Who's there?
Misha.
Don't give up was said by who? One of the Toastmasters. Don't give up. Yes. Okay. For how many years DTM VB was trying to lose his weight?
15 years.
No. No.
Even VP don't know.
No, what 25? How old is he? No.
60 years.
No. 15. Give me 15 years, yeah? 15?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give it for me. For you? Okay.
Toastmaster Oba, speech title was what?
New Year resolution.
Okay.
Oh, she's the evaluator. She was.
What was the first request by Sergeant of Arm today? Request. What she request from us to do? No, what she request from us to do? Yes, and no, do it in action. No, see, say your name and laugh.
For both.
50-50.
You can share.
For how long the meeting was delayed?
25 minutes.
No, why like that? Huh? You said 15 minutes. She said 15, yeah? She already ate the first one. Give her another one.
Okay, I will come and I will give.
Yeah. I have 24 pieces, but I have only 6 questions. I have to, yeah. How many members today was inducted with Toastmaster Noura? No, don't change. 4 or 5, which one? 4, yes.
This is for VP. Yeah?
5, it's one online.
One online. Oh, 5.
No. Poor camera person? What does it mean? Yes. Who was the first evaluator today? Ah, yes, yes. Who answered?
For Devi. Devi.
Still, I have more time. Give him. He answered me. Well, overweighted. No, خلاص. You gave me one. Why you keep silent? No.
What happened? Why you took from him?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who didn't take care?
Toastmaster Saleh deserves one more round of applause. Make it loud. Let the online people think, oh, I should have come for the venue. Let them think. Thank you so much. Online people, do you want to unmute and clap? And also join the fun? You can unmute and clap. Oh, Kaja has already raised his hand. Yeah, I can hear. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We have almost come to the end of the meeting. The last segment, which is the general evaluator's role. This person has been like watching this meeting from the beginning, and he has noted down some points which he wants to share with all of us so that we all improve and don't come back for the meeting again tomorrow. So for that, I am going to call a person who's been in Toastmasters for almost 12 years. And he is also the past president of Dubai Toastmasters Club. And he is a very humorous person. The speeches we have heard many times. And what he told was a very interesting thing was that he wants to spend his time, bored and to break the boredom. He said, whatever is the taboo in Toastmasters, he would like to do it outside. I want to know, does your wife know this? And he also said that he wants to, educate the people with finance and of course sell insurance also. Let's all put our hands together and welcome the general evaluator of today, Toastmaster Adil Kadri.
Yeah, I have it. I'm audible.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much. Good evening to everyone. Although we were late by about 15-20 minutes, I will not hold responsible the club or the members of the executive committee because I was one of them who made it late. I was eating samosas. The meeting started at 7:05. The Sergeant at Arms, Rashmi, she wanted to start the meeting as early as possible, but then somehow we were only stopping at, don't wait for some time, wait for some time. So you were trying to do the best and good job. I like that light-hearted activity where my name is Adil and clap. At least after the samosas, we deserve that. One small word of improvement, which I can tell you is that use the word Toastmaster Sagar, the President Toastmaster Sagar. We are all proud Toastmasters, not TM Toastmaster, TM Sagar, right? I mean, say the full word. Then comes the President. I like the short message of your story of a boy. Of course, it's been used many a times by many of the Toastmasters Club or many of the Toastmasters Club. You can always bring something new, but that story was also great. I think it has a message as well. And it was having a clear-cut message as well.
you explain the mission and how does the Toastmaster meeting goes. I like the way you introduced the senior members of the club also. And the only thing which I felt was that it was a little long than the time. I don't know whether it was 8 minutes to speak or 10 minutes, but you could have cut short it and get the Toastmaster of the day to come on the stage. Then comes the entry of our Toastmaster, and the entry itself was a signal that we are going to have a blast of a time. His presence of mind to handle the situation where when he came in over here and nobody clapped, I don't know why. So he made everyone say, at least you can start clapping now. So that was good presence of mind. You explained the title with a real-time story or a real-time example like that to film Groundhog Day and that Mannadu. That was also good. Okay, what I would have liked you to see, what I would have liked to see that is that if you have introduced in the beginning itself that the meeting has been divided into 3 sessions. First would be the prepared speech, then comes the table topic session, and then it would be kind of a evaluation done. It would be good for the audience rather than taking it in the middle of the meeting. What I liked about your is the continuous smiling face and the confidence which you were talking on the stage, and plus the little bit of a humor on and off on the stage, which was great. Time management was something which you did it perfectly well, because although we were late by almost 15-20 minutes, you covered up the time as well. And we are almost there, little late, but then we are almost there. Okay, now comes the speaker number 1, although I'm not supposed to talk more on them, but then speaker number 1, you were grammar perfect, pronunciation perfect, and you used the body language to the best of your ability. It looks like that you have been on the stage or you have been doing this kind of a work in your profession as well. There are 2 kinds of individual in this world. One who needs Toastmaster, and another one is the Toastmaster needs them. You are one of the second one. Speaker number 2, I like the speech. It was something which most of us could relate to. The energy was also good, although you were online, but then I always wanted you to come on the stage and speak with your energy, and that was great. Speaker number 3, I liked your speech with just one reason, and that reason was I didn't saw your previous speech, but this speech, what I saw is like continuous smiling, and that was needed in any of the speech. You are smiling all through the speech. That was great. Of course, you need any financial help, contact me. And then comes, before that, I just forgot about the word master. The word master has given that word transcribed. Transpire. Okay. And the reason why I forgot that is that the Toastmaster of the day didn't give a chance for all of us to speak. He could have picked up someone from the audience and asked them to do it. Just 2 people speak about that. I know they say the word. You could have asked anybody that, hello, Saleh, speak something. So that impromptu speaking ability also. But then the word was good. And the Toastmaster of the day has also introduced our timer. And when he introduced our timer like this, when the timer was introduced, he said that he is a baby in the club. So for some second, my mind was somewhere, and I said that, oh my God, he got a good news of a baby as well. Okay, then okay. Then comes our next session, which was table topics. The table topic master has done a great job. Where is the table topic one? Okay, hold on. I'm just getting lost with my work. Okay, the table topic master has done a good job. But then one thing which I would like her to do, if I would be the table topic master, keep the sentences small sentences, because in most of the cases, when you are actually doing it on the stage by giving such a long sentence, it happened once in my Toastmaster career that the toast table topic speaker has just given us the whole sentence, and I actually forgot that what he wanted there, so that the message or the question was out. So that was then comes all the table topic speeches were good. The questions were good so that they could speak or elaborate their whatever was been asked to. And good job done by all the speakers. Okay, then comes the evaluators. Toastmaster Nora. Again, here also my speaker, rather than I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Bob. Okay, my speaker, energy, little bit more, could have made it more better. I like the way you explained it, that the speaker was very engaging, visualization, great motivation. Those are the great words. But then if there would have been an energy in your speech, that would have made the difference. In fact, actually, if I would like to see that evaluation, I would have rather gave him some examples that this is what the way I would have done it rather than this. So a little bit of an example would have made the difference. Evaluator number 2, energy was great. Our Toastmaster Tisa, the energy was great. I liked your suggestions, but rather than saying you should have done this, you should have done this, it could have been, I would have loved to see like this. I would have loved to see. It's the same thing, but in a different manner. Evaluator number 3, I like the start with the quote. That was a real, the way you started appreciating. It was a perfect sandwich method. You connected well. The more I try to see that this is the point, if she would have not spoken like that, I would go and talk. And then she put in that words. I mean, great words, great style of sandwich. And whatever is your resolution to start saving and having 3 jars and all those things, contact Adil Kadri. Then comes our R counter. Not this thing, there are so mere R's were there, and good that I am speaking in before you. Otherwise, you would have been counted more and more R's. Word master, 2 or 3 words were there. 3 or 4 times it was used. Grammarian, again, sir, thank you very much for speaking before me. Otherwise, there would have been a lot of work for you. And here comes our trivia master. My God, you were too good on the stage. So overall, it was a great, you can say, meeting. I loved it, talking after a very long time in front of a physical crowd. And in general, if you ask me, there were few things which I feel it could have been done. I'm still confused whether this should have been done like that or not. I'm asking Toastmaster Misha, is it necessary to have this kind of a screen or not?
Not in speeches, maybe.
Because here what I feel is that when there is a speaker speaking here in front, see, I'm not a technical guy, I don't know, I'm speaking over here. There are certain slides which are just getting changed. So that's getting the distraction. So I don't know whether it is necessary or
maybe we can switch it off.
If we can switch it off, but still the people there can see that or not, I don't know that. Okay.
Maybe when someone's off stage, we can put it back, or maybe for interaction, we just can see it from the crowd.
Okay, fair enough. But then these are the 2 things, because a lot of distractions were happening. People, he was changing the slides and the speaker was speaking and all those things were happening. So if that could have been avoided, great. Otherwise, bang on, great job done. Another generous round of applause for Toastmaster Adil Kadri. No. Sorry for that. Just a few seconds. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. It's time to wind up the meeting. And now you all would have understood why Toastmasters has a theme, first of all, correct? Because we have a same structure. There is a template. There is like, first this person speaks, second this person speaks. There is an order. If we are going to come back every time to the meeting and we just follow the same thing, we will get tired, we will get bored, right? So the theme is different so that we enjoy the meeting, we have fun, we also learn. So this is why I am saying this is the time loop theme also is similar to that. Okay. If we are going to have our day-to-day life repeating itself, okay, it's going to get boring. So we need to do new things. We need to, learn new things, and we have to improve on it. And that is how we don't get stuck in that time loop. My favorite movie, I'll come back to this. I spoke about Manada. I want to speak about Groundhog Day. In this movie, the protagonist, the hero, is in the beginning of the movie, you will see him very, very negative. He dislikes people. He complains. He shows his unhappiness. He is like restless, and he wants to desperately wind up work every day and go back home. Can we all relate to this character? Yeah. Yes, we are also somewhat like this character, restless in our everyday activities. See, unfortunately, he cannot leave. Next morning, he wakes up and he goes through the same thing. And at a certain time, he is very frustrated and he commits suicide. Again, he comes back again. Okay, so this is happening until one day he changes. He starts, looking around. He starts, helping people. He starts being a little more compassionate with others. And his life slowly keeps changing. He also starts liking himself at that point of time. So what happens? One day, suddenly, he wakes up and he realizes he got released from the time loop. He got released from his cycle of sufferings. And once he surrendered and accepted the present moment, he became a positive force in the present moment. That is the deeper meaning of that movie. Everybody goes through the Groundhog Day until we transcend through the power or transpire through the power of compassion. This is something else which I want to share. Every day, you're presented with two choices. You either evolve or repeat. Everything gets repeated. If we are doing the same things every day, trying to do, we end up in the time loop, and we have to do different things every day. Variety keeps you alive. After interacting with all the role players today, I also felt that we also have that love, we have that compassion within us. So I'm very sure, see, from whatever I saw, when I asked this question, okay, see the results, see the answers, the kind of answers you have given. It shows how love and compassionate you are. So what I'm saying is, now you have thought about these things. Think about making this a reality. You will never get stuck in any kind of time loop, and you will always keep evolving to a better person. Having said that, I enjoyed my time here, and I hand it over to the President, Toastmaster Sagar. Role players. Before he comes to the stage, the Zoom master will run the best role player polling, and you can vote for the best role player of today. Over to Sagar.
Wow, what an amazing session we witnessed today. I will request everyone to give a big round of applause to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bosco. Request all the online players also to unmute yourself and give a big round of applause to Toastmaster of the day. As said by Toastmaster Adil and Toastmaster Bosco, we were little late, but anyhow, we managed to finish around 9, I think now it's 9:20, so almost on time. So it's a good job from Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Bosco. As we are already short of time, I will go straight away from taking feedback from the guest. So let's have some guests on the stage, and we want to hear from you how you like our meeting. Can we have a guest on the stage? Christo, Shejo, all you can.
Actually, the meeting was very good. I enjoyed all the sections, and as I said before, I'm having this kind of experience after my college days, so I enjoyed very well. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have another guest on the stage? We would like to hear from you.
This is a good experience to me. I like to continue with here also. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have a guest from online? Soham, Thakur, or any other guest who would like to share their feedback?
I'll share my feedback. Yeah, thank you, Sagar, and thank you, everyone. I think it was a very helpful session for me and for everyone. And I think it was a very interactive session too. And we all can learn a lot from these kind of sessions. And it will only help us and guide us further in our career. And I'm really looking forward to join the Toastmasters and be in front of all of you and present also in front of all of you very soon and learn from all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Soham, for your valuable feedback. Now, this is going to be one of our interested sessions that is called award ceremony. So can we have the award slide share on the screen? Any other guest would like to give feedback until the results are announced? Anyone, Chris? I can see Khami Sultan. Chris? Okay, anyone from our physical guest present today? Anyone who is still pending to give valuable feedback? Don't be shy, man, come. Just tell how the meeting was. Just come. See, this happens in our college. We tell our teachers. He has done that. He has done this.
So good evening, everyone. I am Wasim from Alazima Trading, and this is my first time to join Toastmaster. So I think even to my two of colleagues, they have also good experience, and inshallah we will be member of Toastmaster.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. As a student also, we also do sometimes. We'll do have a bunk. Okay, let's have together. Mass bunk. So same here now. If you are joining, then I will join. If you are not joining, then I will not join. So I hope everyone will join together. And I will love to see, youngsters in our groups also. I will also feel some kind of entertainment with us. Can we have the, thank you so much. Let's start with our best role player. And the award goes to Toastmaster Saleh. Wow. Can you have the next slide? Best table topic speaker. And the winners are, wow, there are two winners, Toastmaster Ibrahim and guest Pratiksha. Wow, Ibrahim, welcome. Come on the stage. Pratiksha is not here.
She's online and she left as well. But Sagar, it's mentioned eventually, that who was actually.
Actually, the winner of best table topic was our one and only, DTM VP Menon, but he has said, let's give chance to others. He's a very senior. So congratulations, DTM VP Menon. That is one of the best thing when you give chance to others. Can we have the next slide? Best evaluator for today's meeting is our own VP Education, Toastmaster Devi. But you stay there until the slide is over. Okay, thank you, Bosco.
The evaluators are 3 ladies.
Yeah. Now, the best speaker. And it goes to a big round of applause to Toastmaster Atty. There. Congratulations, Toastmaster Atty. Can we have a picture with the winners? And you can put Atty in the spotlight.
No, you guys go in the middle and
He's here.
Here I am. And my daughter with me as well.
Wow.
Expecting this.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, now stand and pose for a picture.
Look at me, please.
Ready? Mira, you want to take a picture with us? Can I sit on the chair?
Thank you.
I posed later, so please take another one. Another one.
Yeah, he's ready. He's waiting.
3.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much and congratulations to all the winners.
So now
We have something to announce. Bosco, can you share the slide again? Let's give big round of applause to our first timer, Toastmaster Kesawa. We always appreciate our first timers and he was the one doing this job for the first time. Congratulations, Toastmaster Kesawa. You did a very good job. Our next meeting will be on 12th March and our TMOD will be DTM Deepa. And the theme is stronger. Apologies. The next meeting is on 14th March. And that's it from my side. I officially declare the meeting to be closed. I request everyone to come and have a group picture all together. Come on the stage and we will have a group picture.
Yes. But put that off. Switch it off because
He's doing
everyone comes on the face.